es un poco más complicado, pero ¿hay espacio para mejorar para mañana?
Sí, es un poco entender por qué estamos tan mal, ¿no? Comparado con Bahrein es una pregunta que por ahora no tiene respuestas, porque habíamos visto un par de cosas claras que teníamos en el auto para trabajar que no estaban funcionando como deberían, pero nada, no entendemos la falta tan grande de performance comparado con otros equipos. Y la verdad que en la curva va muy lento. Cuando ves el GPS no tenemos el grip, no tenemos la carga para... Así que nada. Hay que ver cómo las cosas que cambiamos para mañana y cómo revertimos esto, pero está siendo un día complicado. Obviamente que hoy fue un día largo, pero que todo el día buscando respuestas y mejoras que no encontramos. Así que nada, hay que seguir trabajando y poner todo junto mañana e intentar tener la mejor performance posible, pero por ahora estamos bastante lejos.
Pierre, how did it feel out there? I think when we were going through pre-season testing, I thought you were best of the rest. I know the timesheets won't always show that, but did it feel like you had a car that was pretty fun to drive out there?
I must say it's been a very, very, very tricky first Friday. I think it's. I mean, we knew it wasn't going to be very smooth, but definitely more tricky than we expected. Quite a lot of issues that we got to fix. So I think it's yeah. If there is problem, there is solution to it, but there's going to be a lot of work overnight just to get the car in a more similar place than we're in Bahrain, which I would say was pretty positive, but for whatever reason, since we put the car on track this morning, we've just faced a lot of issues, which has limited our running, unfortunately.
Were those kind of little niggles? Were there any kind of similar things to things you struggle with in testing? Kind of in terms
no,
of...
it's quite. I mean, some of them, like I would probably say half of them is probably similar to what we faced earlier. Half of it is pretty new, and yeah, as I say, we had quite limited amount of laps, so yeah, it hasn't been great, but hopefully we can turn things around for tomorrow.
So how are you feeling about the rest of the weekend then?
Not very confident right now, but yeah, we'll have one more practice to build that up, and you know, hopefully get the car in a more consistent place and more you know, maximize. Obviously at the minute there's clear issues that we got to fix, and I'm sure the guy's going to work really hard overnight to put us in a better position.
First day at school, Dave, for everybody out here. I know you learnt a lot in testing, but it's a different kettle of fish when you come to a Friday practice. So how was it out there for you guys?
Yeah, I think it's fair to say it was a bit of a tough day, but equally, you know, we know where we've been in testing. There was a lot of hard work went on there. We've moved to a new track, things are different, and that's the bit that we've got to get right. But we've got to do that 24 other races this year as well. So yeah, not without its challenges. Some things haven't gone quite as well as we wanted them to be. But you know, looking on the positive side, it's great to be in Melbourne, great to be at a new track, and from that point of view, there's a lot of work to do tonight, but we all relish in hard work, so I'm sure we'll get our things together for tomorrow, definitely.
So on those challenges, are they operational? Is it the parts weren't maybe performing as you'd expected? Was it deployment? Like what
I think there's a lot down to running two cars, to be perfectly honest.
Okay.
You spend all of testing just with a lot of people focusing on one car. So it's a challenge with these new cars as well to get everything built, everything together. But we you know, we did quite well with that overnight. Everything was ready to go this morning. We have had a few issues with Pierre this afternoon, unfortunately. We had to cut his programme short, precautionary, to check everything out. You know, bits are tight at this time of year, so, you know, we need to be careful with the bits we've got around us.
So what do you think was the biggest challenge then for Pierre this afternoon? The biggest challenge
for Pierre this afternoon? Well, unfortunately, was to complete the programme, and we didn't manage to do that. We had to stop early.
Okay.
In terms of just like overall performance, it's taking that way of, you know, we've been 2 weeks in Bahrain and we come here and it's not the same track. Yeah. It's a very different deployment, very different characteristics. So it's all about quickly adapting to the new circuit.